Hello, welcome back. We said in the previous video that strings are enclosed in a single or double quote. But what if we want to have a quotation or contractional words such as don't, haven't, isn't within a string? How will we do that? Well, there are several ways to do this. So let's take a look at them. Let's say we want to print he didn't come home. Alright, how will we do this? Since strings are enclosed in a quotation and then we are having the contractional word didn't. So let's see how we can go about this. We want to print he didn't come home. So this is one way that we can do this using double quotations. And then for the contractional word we use a single quote. So if we print this, we will have he didn't come home. But what about you chose to use a single quote here? Alright, so instead of using double quote to enclose the string, you chose to use single quote and you write he didn't come home. You see what has happened? After this T, everything here wasn't highlighted. So we have something called escape sequence. Alright, that is the backslash. You have seen it before. We can use that to make it possible to use this contractional word didn't. Alright, so we can put a backslash here and then we put another single quotation mark here. And if we print this, you will get he didn't come home as we had above. We will learn more about these escape sequences very soon, but for now let's look at how we can use the backslash in other ways. Also, when we want to have a quotation inside a string, how can we do this? We have several ways that we can achieve this. So let's say we want to type he said come here, alright, using single quote. He said come here, and we want to have our come here in a quotation. How can we achieve this? So we can either use double quotes here around the come here, and then if we print this, we are getting he said come here. Alright, so we can do it this way. He said come here, and then we are having a quotation around the come here, or we can do it this way, print using a single quote around the quotation come here. He said come here, and then if we print this, we are getting he said come here. But what about if you use a single quote throughout? You want all the string to be enclosed in a single quote, and you will also want the quotation to be enclosed in a single quote. Well, you can employ the escape sequence that we just used, that is a backslash, to help you do this. So you can say print, then here you are using single quote, he said, comma, but we want to use single quotes around the come here. So how can we do that? Let's put our single quotes around the come here and let's see what will happen. You see the come here has been dehighlighted. So how can we make it highlighted again? If we print this, you will get invalid syntax. We can use the escape sequence, that is bringing the backslash here, and then we bring it right before we type the next quotation mark. And then if we print this, you get he said come here. So these are ways that we can use quotation marks and contractional words in a string. Well, you can go ahead and explore it, and probably you'll find another way that we can do this. Now let's talk more about the escape sequences. If you want to insert a tab in a string, we can use an escape sequence to do this. So let's say we want to print hello world, but we want hello world to start like a paragraph. We want a tab before hello world. So we can do this backslash, then we bring T. And then if we print this, you can either bring space or not. If we print this, we are getting hello world. Remember, this tab is different from the one on your keyboard. Most IDEs and editors has configured the tab on your keyboard to be 4 spaces. That is Python's indentation that we will very soon talk about. And then this tab here is 8 spaces. So know the difference. Alright, so if you want to insert a tab in a string, this is how we go about it. What about if you want to print each word on a new line? We can use this to print or declare a multi-line string as we did in the previous video. So let's see how we can do this. Hello world, but we want the word to start on a new line. We can do this backslash and then we bring n, and if we print this, we are getting hello, then the word on the new line. So if you look at what we did in the previous video where we used triple quote to print multi-lines, we can use this backslash, that is a /n, all right, to print multi-line. Looking at that, we said print, you have to be consistent in learning Python, but we want the words to be on a different line as it was in the previous video. So let's look at that. So we want it to be, you have to be on one line, consistent in on one line, and then learning Python on another line. So how can we achieve that? We can achieve that by bringing the /n at the place that we want the new line to start. So the new line starts from where? You have to be, then we can insert our new line, consistent in, then we can insert our new line. So if we print this, we are just getting what we had in the previous video. You have to be consistent in learning Python. But you can see that we are having spaces. Alright, so you can bring this one here, and then this one too, you can bring it here. And if you print this, we are getting you have to be consistent in learning Python. So escape sequence help us to insert special characters in a string. Alright, but what about if you don't want these escape sequence to take effect in a string? So let's copy this and then we paste it here. And then we don't want these new line that we have inserted here to take effect. We just want everything to be printed as we have typed it. We can insert something called raw string. That is, you can use either capital R or small r. And then if we print this, we will get everything as we have typed it. So let's print this, and we are getting everything as we type. You have to be then the /n. So we are overriding the new lines that we have inserted in our string. Alright, so these are some of the ways that we can insert quotations and contractional words in strings. As I said in the introduction of strings, strings are one of the most used data types in Python, so it's broad. So we will take the next video to explore more about strings. Bye bye, see you in the next video.